size or large size?
One is medium and one is large.
Tell him to get it.
सारे ड्राइवर की डिटेल्स उसमें कर दी थी।
And something which was conceived hardly 15 months back, this has taken a reality. It has now become a reality today, and consisting of various challenges, which of course I will deal in detail later on. But all I say कि yes, any beginning continent is now a hub of homeopathy. And we feel that it is our responsibility now to take it further, to take it to the other continents. Not only that, we have a long way to go. All our efforts should be to promote homeopathy as the first line of treatment. And this means we will have to incorporate many other innovations, which are coming gradually, because diagnostics is nobody's monopoly. The only thing is, I still remember with one of my teacher, late Dr. P.N. Chopra, incidentally who was my also examiner for repertory, and it's an interesting incident which I have never forgotten. He said, during Viva he asked me, I want answer only in one word. Tell me, where does homeopathy differ from other systems of medicine? Well, all of us, we have passed through all the school or the college examination days. We know how nervous, the candidate becomes. Well, I tried my best. Gradually, I was able to narrow down it to two. And then when Dr. Chopra observed, okay, well, he's not able to go further, he said, can't you remember the word individualization? Now, that is something which always is on my mind, right from that day. So, these are various interesting episodes, interesting things, which one has to care. Meanwhile, yes, I am pleased to find Dr. Juneja is here. Dr. S.M. Singh also is there. Singh Sahab, most welcome. Now, we are starting our first scientific session, which is called the pre-conference session, as generally it is called. Dr. Praveen Oberoi was the first speaker, and the information which we got was that she had reached till Mahipalpur. Now, of course, I think she must have come still further. But yes, traffic coming from Delhi, it's always towards Gurgaon. It's always full of, heavily congested, because traffic comes from Delhi in the morning and then goes back from Gurgaon. So these are the usual problems, metro's problems and the distance problem. So I would request Dr. S.M. Singh sir to please come. We are starting with this session right now. And Dr. Singh sir, we had in the program schedule, we had mentioned your time from 9:30 to 10. And of course, as per your instructions, I was supposed to raise my finger at 9:55 so that in another 5 minutes you could complete your presentation. Today I will be doing that thing, that exercise at 9:25. अब आप बुला लो उनको. The co-chairman for the session chairperson will be Dr. S.K. Mehta. Dr. Mehta is the president of SDHA, and Dr. S.M. Singh is a well-known personality from Allahabad, very much associated with the academics and very helpful person. I would request Dr. S.K. Mehta, please come. Mr. JP is here to take care further.
The final one. There are two folders. Yeah, there are two folders. You want the
Number
final
one.
one?
Number one is international.
Where's the next time?
No, no. Well, friends, that it was very difficult to stop him. And at the same time, another good quality of a good teacher is that they will not allow you to sleep. So these are the two qualities which Dr. Singh has got. And what Dr. Singh has told me just now, that yes, as soon as you find only few minutes are left, you have just raised my finger. Sir, I will not neglect my duty which has been given to me by you just now. Thank you, sir. So, what? You have to come.
A very warm and hearty good morning to everyone. I, Dr. Parul, am delighted to welcome you all to this International Homeopathic Congress 2016. It's indeed a great pleasure to welcome this day, a day we've been planning and waiting for since last 1 year. It is gratifying to look around so many familiar and new faces from the medical fraternity. We've gathered here, breaking all geographical boundaries that we are subjected to from all over the globe to attend this Congress with a focus on expanding the horizons and relevance of homeopathy. It's a unique opportunity to listen and learn from the speakers of various disciplines of medicine. Let's all pledge to go back empowered and enriched. With these words and without any delay further, I would like to invite our chairpersons and speakers for the first scientific session, which Dr. Wahi has already done. We have with us Dr. S.M. Singh from Allahabad, who would enlighten us on evidence-based homeopathy under the theme, Living Under a Cloud. I welcome, sir. Please.
Good morning to everybody. Very, very good morning to everybody. Respected Honorable, our chairperson, and well-known academically sound-oriented, research-oriented minds, respected delegates, I am thankful to Dr. Wahi and his team, who has provided me an opportunity to speak before you. I am thankful to person who has selected this topic, expanding horizons of homeopathy. Now those days has gone where people used to say that homeopathy also works for children. This topic is something far beyond the expectation and the therapeutic utility of homeopathy beyond to nanotechnology too, that we have to see. I am also thankful to organizers, those who has provided me an opportunity to stand before you. Sir, I couldn't understand the living under a cloud. When I inquired the meaning about it, previously I was thinking cloud or something asthma become worse in the fog season, hypericum, last line, or something diseases which are becoming worse during thunderstorm, like rhododendron, phosphorus, agaricus, and other medicines. But people told me, my good advisor told me that that is not a cloud. Cloud we mean suspicion. A cloud, if we are saying that, yes, I don't feel ease today. Oh, have you, there is season, clouds are, there are some graying, some gray environments, something which is just compelling me not feeling ease. Keeping myself away from ease, adding disease. The older system, the health of the system, which was already given by the nature in order, now it has deviated slightly from order. It has become disorder, and physician has to remove only DIS from disorder, remaining the order. What is under living under a cloud? The person who is having not this cloud, tension, psychomotor disorders, anxiety, intolerance, not so one suspicious temperament. It's intolerant. Why you are so intolerant? Because I am full of tension, because I am in stress. What is secondary? Which one is primary? So we did a lot of work, and my 44 years experiences, no matter how many times one has succeeded, there always remains a certain percentage of failure living under a cloud. We may get success 99.9, but remaining 0.001% is always a scope for not completing, not getting a perfection. The theory of probability says that nothing can be predicted 100%, because there always exists a probability of not happening the predicted manner. Simply, it means that no matter how certain we are about the success of treatment of our diagnosis, but there remains a probability of non-succeeding expected. Nobody can predict where is a storm. Nobody can predict where is tsunami. Nobody can predict when earthquake escape will take place. Nobody will predict when storm will come. So there are percentage of 0.001% remaining, which is left for the research work. We should therefore never predict any case of totality. Hopeless. How can we say that this is a hopeless case? I have got personal experience. The cases which were refused from AIIMS, I will show you the cases. The cases which were operated twice and thrice in the big PGI the centers. The cases where it was said that only 72 hours or 60 hours are remain for this semi-coma or comic, hepatic coma or renal uremic coma, and the cases are till today with all documentary evidences, they are existing and they are working. How it is possible? I will show you some cases, evidence-based cases. So we will never say that totally hopeless, because there exists a possibility of a success against all odds in every case. It also suggests that we must continue researching to convert that part which is under cloud. If we are very sure our diagnosis is very correct, our selection of medicine is very correct, our totality of symptom is very correct, our doctrine of individualization is well established, we are in position to find out the simillimum, We are very sure about duration of the repetition of the medicine, and we know very good knowledge of removing how a miasmatic blockage can be removed, even though there are certain percent, 0.001% where there is no perfection, and that point stands for research. So, a thorough research has been possible for our community to extend the limits where there is no hope. That's why a theory of relativity, a great scientist, only two geniuses are till today existing in the world, Einstein and Newton. Third genius is under consideration in Harvard University. And that genius says, it is not that I am wiser than others. He says that he is not wiser than you. He says that he is not wiser than others. But then what is the difference in between a genius and non-genius? Only that I stay at the problem little more. So, if my case is not responding well, my selection of knowledge of disease is okay. My knowledge of medicine is okay. I know that art how to apply the knowledge of medicine over the knowledge of diseases. I know how to identify and find out the simillimum, even though there is no response. It requires a little more attention on our case taking. I love this section. The physician's high and only mission. In the first edition of Organon, there was no THE like this. In the first edition of the Organon, there was capital T, capital H, capital E. The highest and only mission, this single aphorism section is enough to represent the entire Organon of medicine. Akela, single section is enough to stand, to raise its index finger before entire Organon of medicine, to restore. What is to restore? If we remove restore, was our health was previously restored by nature? Yes, we were healthy. It has slightly deviated from ease to disease, and physician has to remove this. Remaining ease will be health, and then it will be restored. If our health was in order, all the system were working together under our will, under our wish, under our desire, under our thoughts, then how it had that order has disorder, so we have to remove this from disorder, remaining health will be restored. And so many things. And in the paper, in section 1, Hahnemann has written and he has abused other system. Oh doctor, how much anatomy you know? How much pathology you know? How much physiology you know? How much practice of medicine you know? How much many lectures you have delivered everywhere? I'm speaking from the footnote of section 1. You may be professor, you may be academician. Keep your knowledge in your pocket. Listen the voice of a sick person. He is saying, doctor, I feel ease after passing my stool. But again it has to come after some times. This ineffectual urge, this subjective symptom is greater than any objective symptom. This subjective symptom is greater than any pathological symptom. You have to listen to your patient. Don't say in footnote section 1, don't draw a diagram. You say you are having a pneumonia, pneumococcus bacteria, stage of consolidation, stage of hepatization, stage of resolution, 7 to 9 days. Don't tell these things to your patient. He is crying, he is having sigh. I feel pain when I relieve by pressure bending forward. He is saying, provide me a colosynth. Why you are taking so much anatomical knowledge, physiological knowledge, pathological knowledge, biological knowledge? Why you are showing it? Hahnemann has abused other system in section, footnote of section 1. And C.M. Boger has justified this section. A person who was suffering with the metatarsal pain and very sensitive, he cannot bear even the slippers. So sensitive if he touched that. But when he wears his tight shoes, it was relieved. No pathological symptom, nothing was found, but that officer was unable to touch, so sensitive to touch. But when he wears very tight shoes, all the pains were relieved, and he prescribed Syncona. China, patient won't allow you to touch it, so sensitive, but he is relieved by heart pressure. So this is a peculiar symptom, this is a strange symptom, this is section 144. Oh, doctor, do you want to get a characteristic symptoms? You come to me, I will let you know. Where is the specific remedy? Section 154. Hahnemann says in thetic letter, a specific remedy I will tell you. Hahnemann says in the characteristic symptoms. Uncommon, peculiar, peculiarious. If we claim to become a true practitioner of healing, this is the gist of the entire organ homeopathy. One has to perceive, I know that we are knowing the meaning of perceive. One has to perceive what clouds the mind. What leads to psychosomatic disorder. Davidson practice of medicine says that 60 to 70% cases are psychosomatic disorder. It is a stress, it is a tension, it is anxiety, it is a nervousness, which leads so many diseases. And to perceive what is to be cured in the disease, that is knowledge of disease is essential for any doctor. To perceive what is a curative in the medicine, that is knowledge of the medicine. To perceive how to adapt, how to apply the knowledge of medicine over the knowledge of disease, the knowledge, this art. One question is raised to my students in interview while they are facing for conferences, for selection. What part of homeopathy does persist art, and which part of homeopathy is science? If homeopathy is art and science, where is science in homeopathy, and which part of homeopathy is an art? So knowledge of diseases are science. Knowledge of medicine is science. But to perceive how to apply that knowledge of medicine over the knowledge of disease is an art that differs from individual to individual. If somebody is holding neck directly and somebody holding the nose directly and somebody is holding the nose from this way, one is going from general to mental symptom to particular, one is going from particular to general symptom. One is a Dr. Boning Hassan, another is a Dr. Kent. But our aim is one, that our selected medicine must be capable to produce the identical symptoms. Kent says it's very easy to become a good homeopath, and he told only two components which are very essential, rather quite indispensable to become a very good homeopath. What is that? Our selected medicine must be identical to produce the similar symptom like a disease. And second, it should be slightly higher than the existing disease to establish the section 26 therapeutic nature's law. A weak aerodynamic affection is permanently extinguished by stronger one, section 26. And to perceive obstacle, how to remove. This is very important. Sometimes it has been seen that my selection is okay, medicine is genuine, and we are following the law of similia. But even though it does not work, what is the obstacle? So we recollect the section 226. Hahnemann says in the midnight we are listening a flute from a distance. If somebody is just flute and far away we are listening in the midnight and our religious thoughts comes up. I'm talking from the footnote of 226 and I'm enjoying. Can I listen this flute in the midday, daytime, noise pollution? What are the obstacles to cure? I will not touch that particle because that may take days. Sometimes our aim of doctrine of individualization and similimum, everything is correct, even though there is no response. Then what is obstacle? Where is miasmatic blockage? Where is anti-constitutional approach? Where is modality is something wrong? Where is a thermal relation, heat or cold is something wrong? Anyhow, to understand judicially and rationally, he is a true practitioner of healing art. Now, summarizing with evidence-based cases, we have to see only this side and this side. Psoriasis are not curable. WHO said 2 years consecutive, 2 years if eruptions are not coming, then you can claim cure, annihilation, eradication. Then after, WHO said, if 5 consecutive years eruptions are not coming back, then we say cure, eradication, annihilation. Very recently, WHO said, if these symptoms are not coming for 10 consecutive years, then we can claim cure. So just see the simple thing here and here, treatment and this. In this side, see the right here, this side, same side here. Symmetrically distributed, it's so simple. If it is here on the left, right side, same. And it has been cured. And similarly, time will, Dr. Wahi said that I won't allow you a single minute extra. Here, chest was also symmetrically distributed. It was arnica, symmetrically distributed. Here, we are seeing these eruptions before, and people used to say we have got a audio where he used to say that he used to collect so many eruptions, follicles, and he was after. Sorry. A facial chorea. I'm sorry, it is not working. Otherwise, this facial chorea which I have showed in the biology is also continuous. Why this audio is not working? I'm sorry. Continuous, 100 times more than that time, it was working. Anyhow, here another is case. It was once operated in Jayaprakash Narayan Hospital, and second time again on 18th May it was operated in Sant Gangaram Hospital, and third time it was operated in another hospital, and the last time, third time, this lady came to homeopathy, and that was treated by homeopathy, and this was published here in Times of India. No time.
This was a technical problem perhaps. The mobile was creating an hindrance in the audio.
While he was in farmer's son, while he was working in his and bad effects of the rains, and he was lifted by so many persons, and he was hospitalized, and after 10 days he came to homeopathy and he was cured by only Rustux. And this is house. We are living under a cloud where entire diseases are coming and we are under Gherao by. Probably it is our last slide. So I will request to Dr. Wahi to permit me to complete this last slide. And these diseases, the name of diseases in this cloud is not from my side. Let us turn the section 80. In 80 says, why it has come? I am going to section 80. 24 lines in section 80 and 30 lines in the footnote. Henneman wrote in the footnote of section 80, indeed I spent my 12 years to find out what is the fundamental cause of all diseases. And fourth line of section 80, the only fundamental cause of all chronic diseases is SORA and so-called other psychosis and other. And he has mentioned 36 diseases. These diseases are there in the section 8. Even he has mentioned this cancer on 14th line. And lastly, he said the 1,000 types of, 100 types of pain. Ken Reperti has mentioned only 41 types of pain. And he is mentioning in section 80, 100 types of pain, including impotency and other many diseases.